Alright, Dalyxman, this is your boy Luke, back at you one more time. Another video for you. You asked why Randy Orton is liked by so many people. And to be straightforward with you, I can only think of a couple of reasons. And number one is people wish too much from the past. They wish to see it again. They look for the traits, and a lot of the guys they used to like your Austins, your Rocks, your Triple H's, back in their primes and whatnot. Whoever in the newer talent that there is, and it's been so many years since we've had a well-balanced character on the show. Well, now we have CM Punk, and that's definitely an improvement, but it's still been a very long time, and people's minds have gotten twisted, and people have forgotten what logical wrestling and what good characters are and what good booking is. People have forgotten this because most of these people that watch WWE are sheep, and that's all they watch, and they've lost all sense because they don't remember what it was because they're so brainwashed by the product. So they look for these traits, and when they find them, and no matter how bad the person is, they'll go for it. Randy Orton is like Triple H or Stone Cold. He'll take you out. You know what I'm saying? He'll take you out for months. He'll hit you with an RKO just like Austin run around people with stunner and whatnot. Him hitting people with the punt, in Randy Orton's case, is like people when Triple H would hit him with the sledgehammer and shit. You know what I'm saying? People look for relativity, and they find it in Randy Orton, so they flock to him. And it's been so long, once again, like I said, since we've had a character that's been that badass, that people really think he's that badass. And which leads me to my other thing here, is that also he's the anti-Cena. But he's the anti-Cena to these people because he's not going out there saying, well, all my fans are kids, you know that? And, the only people I care about are the kids. I don't care about that older demographic over there. They're never gonna like me, even if I turn heel and I increase in my 5 moves of doom and I do this and I do that. They're still always gonna hate me. Okay, it's that kind of shit that makes people still like Randy Orton so much. Okay, because he's not out there going and doing that. He's quote unquote being hardcore to what they think is hardcore. Now, this is to the adult demographic. Now, when you're looking towards the children haven't seen jack shit from back in the day, and they're never going to see the majority of it. They don't want to see that shit. They'll probably think it's retarded because they're so used to the goddamn PG shit. They never grew up in TV-14 or the PG before TV-14. Back in the early 90s to mid-90s and the late 80s. They never seen any of that. They don't know what good wrestling is. They don't know. So when they see Randy Orton and they're tired of John Cena, and these kids are 13 now and they're not 5 years old and they hate John Cena, I know they got Randy Orton. Now once their brain develops a little more, they'll realize they're the exact same thing, and then they'll probably stop watching the company. Look, he is personified as being the anti-Cena because he does not go out there and do the John Cena act. Even though he wins all the time and is booked to win, it's just he cuts shitty promos. I am Randy Orton, and I am the love child of RoboCop and Terminator, and I will give you the RKO. Super Friends, go! That's another reason people like him. He's part of the Super Friends. You didn't know that? Yeah, he's part of the Super Friends, man. We got John Cena and we got Randy Orton, and Triple H is the runner of the club and everything. You know what I'm saying? But he's secretly on vacation while he faces CM Punk. There has been other guys like Hulk Hogan, and other guys like The Rock and Austin and all kinds of guys, because we've had all kinds of guys that have had this time, but just not like this. So all those other guys are on a whole other division. Okay, they're not even technically in the Super Friends because they never made it to that 20 million reigns of being on top and never losing shit. But people don't remember that. People are blind, and a lot of people haven't seen it. So it's what it is. It's not going to be changed. People look at him and they see this badass. He personifies the way he plays his character and this and that. And since WWE's product is so stale, with the exception of the CM Punk thing, people really don't know what's that great. They just don't know. A lot of people are probably looking at the CM Punk storyline are going like, what the fuck? Because for a lot of it, especially, you know, with the Comic-Con, a lot of that shit, unless you followed it online, you really didn't know what was going on. The WWE gives people nothing to run with. Now we have CM Punk. It's going to take a while for CM Punk to win over the fans of Randy Orton and John Cena. It's going to take a while, but eventually it will happen. Well, maybe not the kids and the women love seeing John Cena take his shirt off, but we'll get some of them, and we'll get the Randy Orton fans, because CM Punk is way more of a badass than Randy Orton. It just takes time. WWE is not good at developing characters, and that's something else of why Randy Orton is liked so much. Is WWE hasn't really produced another top guy. They're building CM Punk, but he's really not. He's a top guy right now, but he's not the top guy. Okay. Until WWE makes that guy, people are gonna, you know, swarm upon Randy Orton. That's why people really hate John Cena, because now they have Randy Orton to cheer for. When they have someone else to really cheer for, and they really get into, they're gonna start booing Randy Orton. Just wait for it. It's all a matter of the process. You know what it is. This is your boy Lou, Wrestling Tube 101. Subscribe, comments, video responses, say whatever the hell you want. You know what it is. Peace.